Alright, in this video I'm going to show you a power station that was built by the U.S. military here in the Bahamas back in the mid-50s, and it's been abandoned now for about 35 years, so there has been a lot of damage from hurricanes. The roof is caved in. You'll also see that there's been some vandalism in there, and a lot of the copper has been ripped out of the generators and everywhere else to be sold for scrap. Now, the U.S. government left here back around 1979, so I just want to show you what this place looks like on the inside, show you the really huge engines that are in there, and as well as the engines, I want to show you some of the old equipment that's in there, analog gauges and wire resistors and control panels. So let's go inside and take a look. Alright, this is the side. You can see the wall is all damaged. Now it looks like, I'm not positive, maybe somebody will know in this video, but that looks like asbestos siding that's on the building. Could be, but I won't be making any dust when I go in there, so I'll be fine. Make sure there's no spiders. Could be snakes. Alright. You can see it's totally trashed. See the old workbenches they had in the power station? Let's go inside and take a look at the engine here. Now these engines are huge. These diesel engines are probably about 6.5 feet tall and every bit of 12 to 14 feet long. Right there you can see one of the generator heads. They ripped all the copper out of the stator. Somewhere around here is the rotor. I'll show you that in a minute. Now look at these, all these engines lined up. Now this back there, wrapped around that exhaust pipe, that is an asbestos blanket. All that wrapped around there is asbestos. Back then they used that kind of stuff. Let's take a look here. Now this side here you're looking at all of these engines. All these engines you see here, there's 4. The one I'm standing in front of. And these 3 lined up here. These are from the 60s. Now when I go to the other end of the building, which is way down there, you're going to see the original generators from the mid-50s. So we'll take a look at that in a minute. This place, like I said, is totally trashed. Right on the ground here, this is all the laminations when they took apart transformers. You can see over here, that was a transformer, and I'm sure all these laminations like you see right over there were pulled out of that transformer when they were salvaging all the aluminum or copper that was in it. Old looking light. Now these engines right here, these are 600 RPM diesel engines. They're massive. Right there's a tag, says diesel engine. It'd be hard to see. It looks like it says Chicago Pneumatic, and I remember reading it was from the 60s. I just can't see it now. But these are 600 RPM. Huge. That was the cooling fan at that end. And I'm pretty sure that is asbestos around that pipe. Now this engine here you can see all the, let me get up on top. You can see all the rocker arms, and there's the spring. They're massive. Lighting's a little dark, but you can see the push rods, the rocker arms. You can see the spring right there. Huge. That's the other engine behind me. Take a look at the old gauges. Some are in great shape still. It's a shame they let all this go to waste. When the U.S. government didn't renew the lease, the locals here should have taken this power plant over and used it. Instead, they trashed it. That's typical. Let me stand back here, get a better look at the hull. Look at the size of that thing. It's huge. Huge, huge, huge. That's the office down there. It's pretty soundproofed. Has 2 layers of glass inside. That's the inside with a stator. Now this generator head is an old General Electric. Alright, it looks like on this side of the tag 250,000 watts, 3-phase, 480 volts, and it's 60 hertz right there. Excitation 125 volts. Pretty cool. I'm trying to look for a date. I see made in. Says that says right here, says tri-clad AC generator. I don't see any year, but that's the generator head there. Let's go down to this mess. This is all original stuff. It's like an old 6-volt battery. Back this way. Every single generator has been trashed for scrap. You see the camshaft. Alright, now this section here, this was from the 50s. Alright. Total mess. Now if you look at this panel here, you're going to see these solenoids. I've used this on a couple of my projects already. These solenoids all lined up. I've yanked a few of those for some projects. I've also grabbed some resistors. Right down there, I grabbed a few of these. It's not good. Alright, now these engines over here, these are from the 50s. These are all mid-50s. Just totally trashed. Valves, push rods. This tag here, it's so badly corroded I won't be able to make it out. There's the generator head. Look at that shaft. I don't know if you can see it, but they cut the shaft to get the rotor out to get to the copper. Look at this. Look at how they cut through that. That's like 5 inches diameter in there. It's hard to see this piece right here. Now these panels here are all from the 50s. Synchroscope, cycles, volts. Pretty neat old stuff. Here's some resistors here. Fuses. Some sort of a transformer up top. Alright, here is, you can see the rotor. That's about 6 inches in diameter. They cut that right through with a torch, it looks like. They didn't get the copper out of there. It's still intact. All this in here, mica sheeting. Looks like mica. What a shame. Look at this. I don't even know how they moved it out. They must have put a come-along on there and pulled it from the other wall. Every single one yanked out and stripped. Well, now we know where the United States tax dollars go. Look at this. Look at all this copper in the windings here. They didn't get all the copper out of here. Oh, still a whole bunch of copper in that one. It's interesting to see. I bet the people that used to work on these would love to see this. Back the other way. There's the rotor out of that one. You can see the slip rings. The power riding on these. Right there's two split. See the two rings right there to energize the rotor. take a look in the office. A little dark. This is a mess. This right here is a storage closet. And that's it for this place. Huge 600 RPM diesel engines, trashed. A bunch of good generator heads, totally trashed.